there's something I looked into a while back, a couple years ago, I think, and I haven't looked into it in a little while, and I looked into it again. Um, I think they started happening, or at least when people started making videos of them, like 7, 8 years ago or so, and then I watched a lot of them, and apparently the theme of it is basically all over the world. Um, but there's not much. Nobody's really saying much about it. I've never, no one's, no one's just talking about it. Hardly. It's not going to be like in the media and making it some kind of big deal. But the question is, are they all fake? Is it all a giant hoax, or are at least some of those real? And maybe some other ones are copies or fakes, because people get inspired by that kind of stuff and they copy and they add it to their video. But are at least some of those real? I don't know. I think so. I think some of those are real. Maybe I'm crazy, but the way I see the world though is that the whole entire world hates the creator. So they'll do everything they can to say it's like an alien or it's like a jet and it's, going through the sound barrier, which is just like a little boom that only a few people right above it or near it would hear, and not like a huge area or all around the world. um, I've read about people saying it's like some kind of, like a thing digging underground, some kind of machine digging underground. But assuming they're real, some of these sounds, machine digging underground is just plain stupid. It's stupid. It would not make that. It's retarded. It's retarded. Just some little tractor underground digging, It's making just massive sounds and that seem like they're coming from the sky. That's just like a little something, some machine digging. Uh, some of the theories are pretty insane. Um, are those trumpet sounds supposed to be literal? Are there actual warnings that, like, the waves of tribulation is coming, which is what I believe it is. I think a lot of people don't understand what it is. It's going to be like little waves here and there, and then it's going to be another wave and a little bit more, and then another wave and a little bit more. But when you read it super literal, you get the impression that all at once, boom, everything's burned up. Uh, that's not what's going on. That's not how it's going to happen. I believe everything around the world is happening in starting off with small waves of more and more through the years, and I think we're at a time now where some of these things are going to be starting to be a little bit too obvious to start saying it's just natural disasters, like they always want to say. Well, these things existed since they've always existed, so they'll just try to pin it as something natural, and it's not a big deal. And then more is going to come, more explosions, more fire, more earthquakes, more strange signs in the sky. One of the interesting ones is if you Google or on YouTube put like trumpet sound in Jerusalem, there's like I'm pretty sure the video is actually real. Whether their sound is real, I guess you'll have to be the judge, I'm pretty sure the actual video is real, It doesn't look fake. It doesn't look like a CGI or anything. Somebody's on like a balcony and looking over the city, and there's like the clouds. It doesn't even look like, it looks like clouds, but not, I don't know, like almost like a rainbow cloud. There's like a big circle over the city, just a weird, like perfect circle made with the clouds. And supposedly the sound came from the sky over there. And it sounds like trumpets being blown. That's what it sounds like. It's that crazy. And I've watched many other videos before and even more recently, and similar sounds people are claiming from all over the world, you know, in all countries, whatever, it doesn't matter where, strange booming sounds and whatever. And the reporters are saying we don't know. And they throw out some theories on it being aliens or it being a jet or someone digging or whatever. It's pretty strange how silenced it is if it is true. I suspect that's how it's going to be from now on anyways. They're going to just try to silence the fact that the tribulation's already started. And what they're doing is just blinding the masses by saying, make America great again, It's going to be the greatest it ever was, Trump says. It's going to be the greatest burning heap of ash that ever was. That's what's coming. So that's a lie. That's a deception. But all things will appear apparently as like they always did, So until it gets really bad. And people are going to continue to deny it over and over again and make excuses. I think that's all that the carnal mind can do. That's all the carnal mind can do is make excuses and ignore it. I don't know if I should do a separate video on climate change. Yeah, maybe a couple minutes on climate change too, and why that's been such a big deal to the people who mention it, climate change, climate change. We got to change the world. We got to follow this Agenda 2030 or whatever and make paper straws and all this stuff, and hopefully we're not going to be burned up, It's pretty obvious what they're trying to do. They think that's going to buy them some time or something by being a little nicer to the earth or whatever. I think that's it for this one.